Here we are, back again, video number 3. Just had New Year's and it's 10:38 on New Year's Day, and just thought I'd take some time to invest in next part of the journey, which is going to be looking into some color palettes to really build out our logo and brand. So I guess what I did, I'm not an expert in this, jumped onto Google, had a quick look, and essentially read over a couple of different guides, but also looked on Adobe and some other sites, and I don't know, sort of researched on some of the best colors that go together when looking at Adobe's website. Yellow, red, and blue were 3 that they mentioned. Green, orange, and purple. Teal, magenta, and gold. But what I thought we could do is jump onto a couple of sites and really have a look at what's mentioned as good colors. So first of all, that I came across was colors, COOLORS. It's pretty cool because essentially it's a color palette generator. So I'll walk through this and see what we come up with. All you have to do is hit the space bar to go to the next color. You can click and drag the colors around to see how they look. And once you see something you like, you can actually lock it by hitting this lock button. And then hit the space bar again and it will throw up a bunch of different colors. I'm actually kind of liking this. I'm not sure about the blue though, so I might take that out. Okay, and another website I was looking at was just the Canva palettes. So Canva palettes actually has some predefined ones. I think I'm actually going to use this palette, which is the one that we've come across on the colors site. So I'm going to actually use this and show you how to bring it across into Canva now. Easier, I've just put both the colors site and Canva side by side here so you can see exactly what we're doing. So essentially what we want to do is bring our colors palette into Canva so that we can apply it to our logo and various other things that we might be wanting to do, including building social content, posts, and various other things like branding, I don't know, business cards, website design, all that sort of stuff. So what we're going to do is come across to the left hand side here. You'll see brand. We're going to click on the brand tab, and then we're actually going to click at the top here, add new brand kit. So we're going to call this Lone U, which is the name that I've decided on for my broker business, and hit create. Now, what it's going to do is essentially ask us for our color palette. So you can see these codes down here. These are actually the color codes that correspond to each of these colors. So for us to bring them into here, we're going to hit this plus button, and essentially we're going to copy this code and bring it across into, sorry, my bad. We're going to copy this code here and bring it across into Canva. So there's the first. Second one. Third. Fourth. And fifth. All right, so we've got those brought in there. I also like to add in just black. Not sure if this is good practice or not, but I do like to have it as a contrast. All right, and then the second part that we're going to do is add the fonts that we decided to use. So we're going to add our brand fonts. So if we choose the font that we decided on for Loan You was called Nexa. So it's going to ask us for the heading. So it's going to be Nexa Bold. For subheadings, I'm going to use Nexa Bold as well. And then for the body style, I'm just going to use Nexa, the plain one. So there you can see our fonts are now brought in as well. Our colors have been saved. And then we can actually add our logo. Colors in line with my logo. I may fine tune them a little bit, but I'm really happy. So what I'm going to do now is actually download my logo in a PNG format. Now the reason for a PNG is the fact that it actually has a transparent or clear background. So to do this, first thing I'm going to do is make the logo sort of as big as possible within this template here. So I'm actually just going to stretch it out after selecting both objects, the logo piece and the text together, and make it sort of fit out to the page. Do the same here. I'm probably actually going to duplicate this page here because I also want to just get the icon to be able to use on social media and various other pages as the icon itself. So to do that, I'm going to duplicate this page and simply delete the text. Again, going to increase the icon, make it centered. So just click and drag and you'll see it clicks and locks to the center of the page. So just increase the size a little bit more again by clicking and dragging the edges and bring it back to the center. Okay, so I've got my icon, I've got my text below the icon, and then I've got the text side by side. So that should be all the combinations that we really need. So to download these with a clear background, I'm probably going to want to do each of these black and white. So I can use them on different pages or over colors and things like that. So I'm actually going to duplicate this page as well. And I'm going to change the color just to white. So if I come down here and grab our white, which is in our color palette, the Loan You color palette, do the same thing by clicking on the icon and then clicking up here and changing the color. Perfect. And one more combination will be the icon, and we'll change this to black. So now we've got a white icon, a black icon, white below, oh, we're missing one, which is this one here in the reverse of this. So we'll delete that, change the color to black. Change to black. And I think we're good to go. So black, white, side by side, white, black above, and then icon only. All right, so to export these into a PNG, the other thing we're going to want to do is make sure that the background is transparent. So we simply hit share. We're going to go down to download. And then before we export, you're going to want to use transparent background. So we'll hit transparent background. And then because we've got multiple images on this particular project, because we're just playing around with the logos, I'm only going to select the ones that I want to save. So I'm going to save page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, and page 6. All right, so we've got transparent background, slides 1 to 6, and we're saving in a PNG. And then all we have to do is hit done. Okay, so we can see it's downloaded here. We can open up that folder. And if I bring it across to this page, you'll see when we open these up, they've actually now got a transparent background. It's just showing a black background because I have a dark theme on my OS. So each of these looks good to go. Sorry, they keep opening up on my second screen. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, they all look fantastic. So they're good to go and ready to use on our social media and our website and various other things. So what I'll do now is show you how to actually add these logos into your brand style theme in Canva so that you can use these. So what we're going to do is over here next to our branding, we can actually hit edit, and it's giving us the ability here to add our brand logos. So essentially what we're going to do is jump through, grab those 6 and hit open. Now what you see is it's actually loading each of those different logo designs into our brand template. That's going to enable us to use these in posts on branding and various other things directly within Canva now that we've actually created our logo. So a couple of things you can do to play around with this and sort of learn your way through Canva is to come back to our home and just play around. For instance, we want to make a Instagram story. Actually, let's do something that we're probably going to use next. So let's try and make a Facebook cover. So if we click on Facebook cover, it's going to give us a blank page to begin with, and then down the left hand side you're going to see a pile of these different templates. Now I won't go into this too much. I'll probably just hit screen record and keep recording these, but I'll just create a few and play along as you go if you want. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do today, New Year's Day 2023. But essentially, we're 3 days into our build. We've been through just a basic intro and what we're trying to do. We've talked a little bit about business purpose and niches. Talked about the business name, registering a domain name. We ran through a complete video. We've done an introduction to Canva, color palettes, and an overview of designing a logo through some templates and other things. And today we've really mapped out our brand colors. So that's going to be it for today. Hope you've taken something away from it. And coming up next, we're going to really start jumping into building a website, looking at tech integrations, and jumping from there into the CRM world. All right. Thanks, guys. See you soon.